Thomas the tank engine was feeling very happy. His blue coat shone in the sun, he was right on time, and all around his branch line, the countryside seemed prettier than ever before. Beep, beep. Good morning, Percy, he whistled. My branch is the pride of the line, wouldn't you agree? Yes, Thomas, of course, but what, Percy? Out with it. Well, there is another engine with a famous branch line, too. Who? Where? His name's Stepney. He's far away, but Sir Topham Hatt says he may visit us. When? Oh, someday. And Percy hurried away.
Stepney the Bluebell engine puffed purposely along his line. It runs through fields with bluebells, but this railway isn't very long. That made him feel sadder still. One day he met Rusty and Geo, the two heroes that saved Stepney from scrap. Everyone's been so kind that my railway is so short, and I do miss a good long run. Ah, cheer up, Stepney. I think you should tell Driver about this. I'm sure he'll understand. Stepney soon discovered that indeed he did. Do you know, Stepney, I feel just the same way. Later that afternoon... Well, goodbye, Rusty. I'm off home now. See you later. See you later, Geo. Bye, Rusty. When Geo is on his way home, he heard a familiar voice. Huh? Who's that? Wait a minute. Is that who I think it is? Libby? Is that you?
Hey, Geo. Long time no see.
Libby, what are you doing here?
I was going to ask the same question. So, where's Lola?
Well... And Geo told Libby all about Lola being homesick.
Oh. So you were trying to give me to her as a surprise, huh?
Yes. By tomorrow. How about that?
Good idea.
Then Geo had another thought. Ha! I got an idea! That evening, Stepney's driver came back with exciting news. Guess what, Stepney? Sir Topham Hatt has invited us to meet the other engines on his railway. Manager agrees. It'll be a really long run to get there. Oh, thank you. Don't thank me, thank Geo. Is this true, Geo? It's true, Stepney. I planned it as a surprise for you. And also I'm giving a surprise to Lola. Is she homesick or something? How do you know that? I was asking, is that her sister right behind you? Yes. Oh, I see. And thanks anyway, Geo. No worries, Stepney. They set off next morning. Meanwhile, the engine, Sonic and the others were talking about Stepney.
He runs a famous branch line. Did you know that? Said Percy. Thomas was feeling a little jealous. Huh. It may be famous, but my branch is the first on the line. Everyone knows that, too. And he huffed away to fetch his coaches.
Man, Thomas is feeling really jealous.
You could say that again, mate.
Matey, what are you doing here?
I've been trying to find you and the others.
Hey, look, guys.
Squeaked Percy.
That's odd. When did it all come? There's no train yet.
But Percy was wrong. The signal dropped, and from far away an engine whistled. Here he comes! Yelled Douglas. Stepney puffed proudly into the station. The engines were glad to see him, and they were mostly surprised to see Geo with Libby. The engines never met Libby before, but Sonic knows her, and he greeted her warmly.
I hope you and Stepney meet Thomas too. Stepney and Thomas have both their branch lines to be proud of.
Then Stepney and Libby went off to work to help duck shunt coaches in the yard, and they worked happily together all afternoon. That night, Thomas arrived.
Sorry, can't talk. It's time for my last branch line train. Mustn't be late. He was hardly out of sight when the engines heard shouting at the station. Moments later came the alarm. Stop all trains! The signalman answered the telephone. A special, is it? I see. Thomas was impatient. Why are we waiting? My passengers are being delayed. Sorry, Thomas, said his driver. We're being shunted to allow another train to pass.
Soon, he heard an unfamiliar chuffing sound. There was Stepney with wheels whirring and whistle blowing, and gathered speed and disappeared with Libby. Well, bust my boiler, said Thomas the Tank Engine. The next morning he was still fuming. I can't believe it. I've been shunted, and on my own branch line too. It's a disgrace. I'm sorry, said Stepney. I was a special. Why? Well, an important passenger arrived just as you left. We ordered a special train and Duck let me take it. We had a splendid run, but, said Thomas kindly, it can make an engine nervous not to know the line. Exactly, said Stepney. You're such an expert. By the way, have you seen Lola? Oh, she's right next to me. Hi, Lola. Still feeling homesick?
Yes.
Well, I've got a surprise for you.
What is it?
Ta-da! Lola was surprised to see Libby.
What are you doing here? Ask Geo.
Well... Oh, that is so beautiful. I couldn't agree more, Stepney. Now Lola is happy again. She couldn't be depressed anymore. And Thomas couldn't be cross anymore, and instead began telling Stepney and Libby all about his branch line.